The alien flagship hung above Earth like a giant blade, sharp and silent, its metal skin glowing with cold blue light. Every nation watched it on their screens. Every soldier held their breath. No one fired, because everyone feared that one wrong move would turn the planet into dust. But the aliens did not speak. They did not demand. They simply waited, as if they were confident Earth would break before they did. Inside the United Earth Command Center, people rushed from screen to screen, speaking fast and nervous. Generals shouted orders, analysts searched for weaknesses, diplomats tried to guess what the aliens wanted. But none of them mattered. Only one person did. Humanity's diplomat. His name was Marcus Hale, and he walked into the command center as calmly as if he were entering a quiet meeting room. He was tall, but not in an intimidating way. His voice was soft but carried strength, the kind that did not need to shout to be heard. Every leader stepped back to give him space. Not because of fear, but because they trusted him more than they trusted themselves. He glanced at the main screen where the alien flagship rotated slowly above Earth's clouds. He studied it for only a moment before saying one simple thing: "Connect me." People obeyed without question. Even the generals who outranked him moved aside. A long metal chair slid toward him, and a holographic circle formed in the air. The device had been created after Earth's first alien contact years ago. It allowed communication with almost any species. But no one had used it against something as powerful as the fleet above. When the connection formed, the room darkened and a tall figure appeared in the hologram. It was thin, with a high crest instead of hair, and eyes like burning gold. It spoke with a voice that sounded like two people talking at once. "Human representative," the alien said. "Your world holds resources that belong to the Empire. Surrender access peacefully or be removed." Marcus sat still. He did not blink. He did not panic. He simply asked, "Is that your opening offer?" The alien leader tilted its head. "It is not an offer. It is the future. Your species will obey." People in the command center looked at Marcus, waiting for him to speak. And he did, very slowly. "No." The alien's golden eyes narrowed. "You misunderstand your position." "Do I?" Marcus asked. He leaned forward, not afraid, not angry, just firm, like a teacher explaining something simple to a stubborn student. "You came to this world assuming we would bow. You came without trying to understand us. You came believing power is enough." He paused. "You are wrong." The alien looked almost amused. "There is nothing your species can do to stop us. Our weapons are stronger. Our ships are faster. Our armies are endless. You cannot defeat us." Marcus smiled, not a friendly smile, but the kind someone gives when they know a secret the other person does not. "I am not here to negotiate for surrender. I am here with one demand." He let the words hang in the air so every listener leaned closer. "Obey." The whole command center froze. Even the alien did. "Explain," the alien leader said. Marcus stood up, and something changed in him. His calm presence grew heavier, sharper, like a hidden blade finally revealed. The lights in the command center shifted, focusing on him as if the world itself knew he was the center of everything. "Humanity is not weak," he said. "We fight harder when cornered. We learn faster when challenged. And we grow stronger with every threat we face. Look at our history. Every empire that tried to break us ended up teaching us how to become better." He stepped closer to the hologram, meeting the alien's golden eyes. "We survived our own wars. We survived our own mistakes. And now, we have learned enough to stand against things beyond our world. You look at us and see a young species, but you forget something important." He pressed his hand on the table and leaned forward. "We adapt." For a moment, the alien said nothing, but its crest trembled slightly. Not from fear, but from confusion, because Marcus's voice had not sounded like a single human voice. It had carried a strange echo, almost like the alien's dual tone. The analysts noticed. The generals noticed. The alien noticed most of all. Marcus's eyes flickered with faint blue light. He continued, "Your empire believes it is the only path to order. But your empire has never faced us. We do not kneel. We do not surrender. We do not break." His voice dropped even lower, filled with something ancient, something powerful. "And we do not obey you." The alien stepped back in the hologram as if pushed by unseen force. "What are you?" it demanded. Marcus did not answer immediately. Instead, he lifted a small device from the table, a black cube with glowing lines. The alien recognized it at once. Its crest snapped up in shock. "That is impossible," the alien said. "You should not have one of those." Marcus turned the cube over in his hand as if it were nothing. "We took it from one of your scout ships years ago. We learned from it. We improved it. And we built more." The alien's voice changed. The confidence vanished. How many? Marcus smiled again, slow and sharp. Enough. The alien looked shaken. Truly shaken. So I repeat, Marcus said softly, my single demand. The hologram flickered. Obey. The alien leader vanished from the hologram without a word, leaving only a fading shimmer in the air. The command center stayed silent, frozen the way prey freezes when it hears a distant predator. Every officer stared at Marcus as if he were something new, something they had not studied, not trained for, not prepared to face. Only Marcus moved. He placed the black cube back on the table with great care, like he was putting away a dangerous tool. He breathed out slowly, and the faint blue light in his eyes faded. When he finally looked around, his expression was calm again, almost gentle. A young communications officer swallowed hard before speaking. Sir. What did you just do? Marcus did not answer right away. He stepped away from the table, walked to the window, and looked up at the alien flagship drifting in the clouds. His reflection in the glass looked normal again, no strange glow, no echo in his voice, but everyone could still feel something different about him, as if he carried a storm inside that had not yet broken. Finally, he said, I told the truth. That did not comfort anyone. General Ruiz stepped forward, her voice sharp. Ambassador Hale, you just declared dominance over a species with a fleet larger than all our ships combined. They could fire right now. Marcus gave a slight nod. Yes. Then why aren't they firing? She demanded. He touched the glass lightly. Because they fear what they don't understand. And right now, they don't understand me. He said it in simple words, but there was weight behind them, the kind that made everyone feel both safer and more worried at the same time. Before anyone could ask more, the command center's alarms erupted. Red lights pulsed across the ceiling, and the holographic globe of Earth flickered to show the alien fleet shifting position. Ships peeled away from the flagship like drops of silver, forming lines around the planet. Fighters moved into combat patterns. Energy signatures spiked. Everyone jumped back to their stations. They're preparing for an attack, someone shouted. No, Marcus said quietly, eyes still on the sky. They're preparing for a test. General Ruiz rushed to the main screen. We can't let them fire on populated areas. We need you to de-escalate this, now. Marcus turned to her fully. His face remained calm, but his voice held something heavier. General, they will not attack Earth until they know more. They are cautious. Overconfident, yes, but not foolish. They want to understand what we did to their stolen tech. Ruiz frowned. And did we do something to it? Marcus didn't blink. Yes. People in the room exchanged looks. No one liked answers that were true but vague. Ruiz stepped closer, her tone lower. Ambassador. This is not a time for secrets. If you know something that could save us, say it. Marcus studied her for a moment. Then he nodded once. Very well. The device we recovered, the cube, it was not a weapon. It was a command key. Ruiz froze. A command key to what? To their ships, Marcus said softly. To their fleet. To their entire hierarchy. It is how their empire keeps order. It is how they enforce obedience. Everyone stopped working. Every sound died. Wait, one of the analysts whispered, are you saying that cube can control their systems? Marcus shook his head. No. Not as it is. But we learned the principles behind it. Their technology responds to certain signals combined with a specific biological pattern. A genetic pattern. Ruiz narrowed her eyes. Not human. Marcus looked straight at her. Not originally. The room went cold. Before anyone could ask what that meant, the hologram buzzed back to life. The alien leader appeared again, but this time the image was unstable, its form shaking like something was interfering with the signal. The golden eyes glared, but there was fear there now, real fear. What have you done to our network? The alien demanded. Marcus stepped in front of the hologram. I told you. We adapted. Our systems resist intrusion, the alien hissed. Your species should not be capable of touching them. And yet here we are, Marcus replied, voice steady. The alien leaned forward in the projection, crest trembling. Human. Your DNA shows traces of something impossible. Something ancient. Marcus didn't deny it. You came to our world believing we were alone in our growth. Believing we were untouched. But you forget something important. He gestured around the room, to the humans watching with wide, confused eyes. We did not grow in silence. We did not rise in darkness. We were shaped. The alien's voice cracked. By who? Marcus took one step closer, and once again the faint blue glow sparked behind his eyes. By the ones who came before you. The alien froze. Truly froze. Marcus continued, your empire is not the first to reach for this world. And it is not the first to fail. The alien's hands tightened. Lies. Then test us, Marcus said. Try to break us. Try to take this planet. Every empire before you tried. Every empire before you fell. The alien looked terrified, but forced its voice steady. Humanity holds no right to command us. Marcus lowered his voice. Then why are you obeying already? The hologram shattered like glass. Outside, the alien fleet changed formation again, but this time, not toward attack. Toward retreat. Only slightly. Only for a moment. Then they stopped, unsure. And that moment of hesitation was more dangerous than any weapon. Marcus turned to the command center. This is only the beginning. The alien fleet's hesitation lasted only a few seconds, but everyone on Earth felt it. In the command center, the screen showed the ships drifting in an uneasy pattern, as if unsure whether to advance or flee. The room filled with a soft murmur, scientists whispering, soldiers staring, diplomats trying to understand what had just happened. No one dared to celebrate. Fear and confusion mixed in the air like smoke. General Ruiz forced herself to breathe. Ambassador Hale, she said carefully, whatever you did. They're reacting to it. But we still don't know how long this pause will last. Marcus nodded. It won't last long. Their commanders are proud. Their empire is built on control. They cannot afford to look weak in front of their own fleet. Then what do we do now? Ruiz asked. We make them doubt more. Before she could ask how, a soft alarm beeped. A tactical officer looked at her screen and went pale. General. We're detecting a second signal from the flagship. Not a weapon. A pulse. It's scanning something. Scanning us. Marcus stepped beside her. They're searching for answers. They want to know what changed. They want to know what I am. Ruiz turned to him sharply. Then tell me now. No more half answers. What are you? He did not answer immediately. His gaze drifted to the black cube resting on the table. When he finally spoke, it was quiet, like he was remembering something from long ago. There was a program, he said. Years before the public knew aliens existed. Before any official first contact. A secret project created by a few nations working together. They found something. Something ancient, not human, buried deep under the ice in Antarctica. Not a body. Not a ship. A structure. And inside that structure was a fragment of DNA. The whole command center went silent. Every person leaned closer. Marcus continued, scientists spent decades studying it. They could not recreate it, could not activate it. They thought it was dead. But then someone realized it matched, slightly, with parts of the alien cube we found. Ruiz stared at him. What does that have to do with you? Everything, Marcus said, voice steady. They needed a human host to carry a reconstructed version of that ancient DNA. Someone healthy. Someone mentally stable. Someone willing. Someone who could survive changes no human body was built to endure. Realization struck Ruiz hard. You volunteered. Yes. You let them put alien genetic material inside you? He met her eyes. It was for humanity. And because I knew this day would come. Before anyone could react, the hologram flashed again. The alien leader appeared, but now its skin flickered with bright blue veins, signs of internal strain. Its golden eyes burned with anger. Human experiment, it spat. You carry the mark of the old species. The ones who vanished. That lineage should not exist. They were destroyed. Marcus walked closer to the hologram. You say destroyed. But something of them remained. Something inside that structure. Something that chose to survive. The alien's voice shook. That DNA, it was forbidden. It was erased from the galaxy for a reason. Marcus's eyes glowed faintly, matching the alien's blue flicker. Perhaps the reason is not what you think. A rumble shook the command center. The entire hologram blurred, then stabilized. Officers shouted from their stations. They're charging weapons. No, they're slowing down? Wait, another signal from inside their network. The alien leader hissed. What are you doing to our systems? Marcus didn't move. He simply breathed, slow and even. The fragment inside me responds to your technology. Your ships recognize its pattern. Not fully. But enough to confuse them. Enough to challenge your authority. Turn it off, the alien demanded. Now. I can't, Marcus said. Not because I refuse. But because it's not something I control. It responds on its own. To threats. The alien's crest rose in panic. If your DNA echoes the old species, then you carry a danger even you cannot understand. They were destroyers. They reshaped worlds. They broke empires. You know nothing of the power you carry. Marcus's voice remained calm. Then teach me. The alien froze at those words. Teach me your history, Marcus said. Teach me what they were. Teach me why you fear them. Because I need to understand what part of them still sleeps in us. The alien's expression tightened. We will not share forbidden knowledge with your kind. Then your kind will make the same mistake they did, Marcus replied. A long silence followed. A deep, cutting silence that filled the room like cold wind. Finally, the alien said, if you carry their code, then your existence is a threat to the Empire. We cannot allow you to live. General Ruiz's voice cracked. Ambassador, step away. They'll target you. Marcus shook his head slowly. No. They won't. He turned to her with a strange, calm certainty. Because something inside their fleet is listening to me. Outside, the clouds lit up with sudden blue flashes, not from Earth's defenses, but from inside the alien formation itself. A few ships drifted out of alignment. Others powered down weapons. One even rotated completely, facing away from Earth like a soldier lowering their weapon. The alien leader's face twisted in horror. No, it whispered. This cannot happen. Not again. Marcus exhaled, his eyes glowing brighter. You asked what I am, he said softly. I think we're both about to find out. The hologram cut out violently. The fleet shuddered. The room erupted with alarms. And Earth hung on the edge of a moment that could change everything. Alarms screamed through the command center as the alien fleet shook like it had been struck by an invisible wave. Blue pulses flashed along the hulls of several ships, spreading from one vessel to the next in a strange pattern. Some ships drifted off course, others held still, and a few shut down their weapons completely, leaving glowing trails fading in the sky above Earth. People ran from station to station, shouting over one another. Screens flickered with warnings. Generals barked orders that no one was fully sure how to carry out. Scientists stared at the data, unable to believe what they saw. Only Marcus stood calm in the storm. He stepped forward slowly, his eyes faintly glowing, as if something inside him was waking up and paying attention to the alien fleet. The blue light flickered stronger every time another alien ship reacted. General Ruiz grabbed his arm. Ambassador Hale, listen to me, if something in their system is responding to you, that could be dangerous. You could overload whatever is happening out there. Marcus didn't pull away. Instead, he placed a hand over hers, steady and warm. General, it's already happening. Whether I stand here or run away, it won't change anything. The ancient DNA responds to their technology when it senses conflict. That's not something I control. Ruiz stared at him with fear and stubbornness fighting in her eyes. Then we need to end the conflict before your body pays the price. He gave a tiny smile. I appreciate your concern. Truly. But running won't save anyone. Before Ruiz could argue, every screen in the command center turned black. A second later, an alien symbol appeared, a swirling circle behind a pointed crest. It was the emblem they had seen on countless alien ships. But this time, the symbol flickered, unstable. Then the alien leader reappeared in a broken hologram, its image shaking like static. The alien looked exhausted. Its golden eyes dimmed, and the blue veins along its skin glowed brighter, as if something was fighting inside it too. Human, it said in a rough, uneven voice, you must stop. Whatever you are. Whatever code you carry. It is activating dormant functions in our fleet. Marcus stepped forward. Then call your ships back. The alien shook its head violently. You do not understand, those functions are locked for a reason. They are old commands. Ancient commands. Commands from a species that should no longer exist. Marcus's eyes brightened. But part of them does exist. Inside me. The alien slammed its hand against something outside the hologram. Sparks flew. It should not. We erased everything about them so no one could repeat their mistakes. What mistakes? Marcus asked softly. You keep saying they were destroyers. That they broke empires. That they reshaped worlds. He tilted his head. But you've never said why. What happened to them? The alien growled. Curiosity is how their downfall started. And yours will start the same way. The screens blinked. Several alien ships powered up weapons again. Others powered them down. The fleet looked like it was arguing with itself, each ship reacting differently to the strange signal Marcus was imprinting on them. Marcus narrowed his eyes. Your fleet is splitting. Some of your ships recognize this signal, don't they? Not just as a command. But as something older. The alien hissed. Those ships are weak. Old models. They still have traces of ancient code. They respond to anything related to the old species. Marcus's voice dropped. And that includes me. The alien's face twisted between rage and fear. Enough. If this continues, it will trigger a full recall protocol. Ruiz stepped between them. And what does that mean? The alien stared at her. It means every ship in this fleet will stop obeying me. They will obey only the ancient code. They will follow the DNA signal. They will follow him. The command center froze. All eyes slowly turned to Marcus. He looked just as stunned as they did. Ruiz whispered, "Are they saying you could control their fleet?" Marcus shook his head. "No. Not control. Influence, maybe. Confuse. Interfere. But not command." The alien leader snarled, "You do not know what lies inside you. You do not know what memories or instincts the ancient DNA might unlock." Marcus's breathing grew heavier. For the first time, fear touched his eyes. "I don't want their power." "Power does not care what you want," the alien replied. "Once it wakes, it acts." Suddenly, a loud, deep sound rolled across the sky like thunder. The ground shook. The screen showed the alien flagship rising higher, its engines glowing brighter than before. It pulsed with blue light, matching Marcus's eyes. The alien leader's voice cracked. "The recall protocol has begun." Ruiz grabbed Marcus's shoulders. "Tell me what's happening." Marcus's glow intensified, the blue light filling his pupils, spreading across his irises. He stared upward, his voice slow and distant, almost disconnected from himself. "They're sinking. With me." Some officers backed away in fear. Others froze in place. Ruiz held him steady despite her trembling hands. The alien leader shouted through the flickering hologram, "If this continues, your mind will break. The ancient DNA was never meant to be awakened like this." Marcus barely blinked. "It's not waking. It's remembering." Outside, 12 alien warships turned away from Earth. Not because they were retreating, but because they were waiting. Awaiting something. Awaiting someone. The alien leader cried out, "Human, listen to me. If you give them a command, any command, they will obey it with full force." Marcus whispered, "I don't know any commands." "Then learn none." The alien shouted. "Stay silent. Stop responding to the signal." But it was too late. The sky flashed blue again. And this time, the light didn't come from the fleet. It came from Marcus. His eyes blazed bright, and he spoke without meaning to, in a voice that echoed with something ancient, something not human at all. A single word. A command, and the alien fleet answered it. The word that came out of Marcus's mouth did not belong to any human language. It was sharp and smooth at the same time, like metal sliding across glass. The sound twisted in the air, echoing in ways that made people in the command center press their hands over their ears even after the sound had faded. It didn't hurt them, it simply felt wrong, like something ancient had whispered in a place it no longer belonged. The alien fleet reacted instantly. Every ship lit up with the same blue glow that burned in Marcus's eyes. Their engines shut down at the same moment, leaving dozens of warships floating silently above the Earth. The flagship stopped firing its scanners. Even the smaller attack ships froze in place as if someone had paused them mid-action. The whole planet seemed to hold its breath. General Ruiz stared at Marcus like she was seeing him for the first time. "What did you just say?" Marcus looked terrified. Truly terrified. He shook his head again and again, his voice shaky. "I don't know. I didn't mean to speak. It wasn't me." A nearby scientist whispered, "The alien fleet. They're locked. Like they're waiting for another order." Marcus backed away from the screens, breathing fast, shaking his head harder. "No. No more. I won't do it again." The hologram of the alien leader snapped back to life, the image now steady but its expression filled with horror. "Human," the alien gasped, "you invoked a prime directive. One of the ancient commands. Those words have not been spoken for tens of thousands of cycles." Marcus swallowed. "I didn't choose it. I don't even know what it means." The alien leaned closer, trembling. "It translates roughly to, cease and await judgment. You have ordered the entire fleet to stop." Ruiz exhaled in shock. "So they won't attack?" "For now," the alien said. "But you cannot hold them like this forever. The moment your mind weakens, or the DNA stops broadcasting, the order will fade." Marcus rubbed his forehead, trying to calm his racing heart. "I don't understand why this is happening. I volunteered to carry the DNA fragment to protect humanity. Not to command ships." The alien's eyes widened. You misunderstand your role. The old species did not need ships to follow them. Their presence was enough. Their very existence carried authority. Its voice dropped to a whisper. You are becoming one of them. Marcus stepped back like he had been punched. No. I'm human. That is why this is dangerous, the alien said quietly. You carry two codes inside you now. Human and old. If they fight, your mind will tear itself apart. Ruiz stepped between Marcus and the hologram, her voice sharp. How do we stop this? There must be a way. There is, the alien said, but you will not like it. Tell me, Ruiz demanded. The alien hesitated before speaking. The DNA inside him can be suppressed. It requires a device found only in ancient ruins scattered across the galaxy. We destroyed most of them. But one remains. Marcus whispered, where? The alien locked eyes with him. Not here. The command center erupted again with noise and panic. People shouted, asking questions, demanding answers, but Marcus lifted his hand. Everyone fell quiet. Where is the last device? He asked again, calm but desperate. The alien's expression softened, just slightly. It is on our homeworld. Then the softness vanished. But you will not reach it. The Empire will destroy you before you ever set foot there. Marcus's glow dimmed slightly, like a candle flickering. I need to control this. For humanity's sake. The alien shook its head. You cannot control it. You can only delay it. The more you speak those ancient words, the more the DNA will awaken, and the more it awakens, the less human you will remain. Marcus's breath grew shallow. Ruiz grabbed his shoulder. Ambassador, stay with me. You're still you. We'll fix this. But Marcus wasn't listening. His eyes drifted upward toward the frozen alien fleet. A whisper crawled at the edge of his mind, like wind slipping through cracks. Quiet words. Words that felt familiar but impossible. More commands. More ancient phrases. He clenched his fists. I can hear something. Ruiz's voice sharpened. Marcus, stay focused. He shook his head slowly. It's like echoes. Instructions. Memories that aren't mine. The alien hissed. Do not let them in. Once the memories of the old species take root, you will not be able to tell which thoughts are yours. Marcus pressed a hand over his chest. His heartbeat echoed in his ears. But beneath it was something stranger, a rhythm that did not belong to him. A deep, distant pulse. As if something large was waking up. General, Marcus whispered, I think the DNA, it's trying to connect to something bigger. Ruiz frowned. Bigger? You mean the fleet? No, Marcus said slowly. Something farther away. The alien leader's eyes widened. Impossible. The ancient network was destroyed. Marcus looked straight into the hologram, his eyes glowing again. Are you sure? Silence. Long, heavy silence. Finally the alien whispered, what do you sense? Marcus closed his eyes. The room held still. The earth held still. Even the sky felt quiet. When he opened his eyes again, they were bright blue, brighter than before. I feel. Another signal. He pointed upward at the stars. Something old. Something huge. And it's coming closer. The alien's face twisted into absolute dread. No, it whispered. Not them. Not after all this time. Ruiz's voice broke the silence. Who's coming? The alien answered in a shaking voice, the old species. Marcus felt the air vanish from his lungs. They're alive? He whispered. No, the alien said. Something worse. A low, rumbling vibration spread through the atmosphere. The lights flickered. Every screen in the command center glowed with a symbol Marcus had never seen before, an eye made of blue fire. The alien finished in a trembling voice. They are returning. The symbol of the burning blue eye stayed on every screen, glowing brighter than anything the command center had ever shown. People stepped back from their consoles as if the image could reach through the glass and touch them. The air felt heavier, colder, like something ancient was breathing against the walls. Marcus stood still. Too still. The blue light in his eyes was no longer a flicker. It was constant. General Ruiz looked from the screens to Marcus. Talk to me. What do you feel? Marcus whispered, a signal. Not like the alien fleet. Stronger. Older. It's not speaking words. It's sending. Intent. What intent? Ruiz asked. He swallowed. Return. Reclaim. Restore. The alien leader's hologram exploded into view, no longer calm, no longer proud. Its crest lay flat against its skull, its golden eyes wide with terror. Human, it hissed, you must shut down the connection now. Cut yourself off before they lock onto you completely. Marcus pressed a hand to his head, wincing. I don't know how. The ancient DNA inside you is a beacon, the alien said. It is calling to them. You must silence it. Marcus's voice cracked. I can't silence something that isn't mine. The alien slammed its hand onto something outside the hologram. Sparks flew. Listen to me carefully. The old species were not gods. They were not demons. They were rulers. They controlled entire star systems. Their technology shaped gravity, energy, life. The galaxy rose and fell under their laws. Ruiz's eyes narrowed. What happened to them? They vanished, the alien said, after a war so large that no record survived. Its voice lowered. All that remained were fragments. Hidden DNA. Old command codes. Ruin spread across the stars. And one of those fragments is inside me, Marcus said weakly. Yes, the alien said. But it should not awaken unless something triggered it. Something powerful. Marcus blinked slowly. You mean the alien cube? No, the alien whispered. Not only that. Something else woke it. The symbol on the screens pulsed again, sending a wave of icy air through the room. Every light flickered. Outside, thunder cracked even though the sky was clear. Ruiz steadied herself. What is that symbol? The alien leader looked at it with deep fear. Their mark. The mark of the first ancients. The ones who built the original network. The ones who commanded the last empire before ours. Marcus's breath hitched. Why is it on Earth's screens? Because they are reaching for you, the alien said. Your DNA is responding. They can feel you. Marcus grabbed the edge of a table as dizziness hit him hard. The pulse in his head grew stronger, like a heartbeat that didn't belong to him. It's too loud, he said through gritted teeth. It's like they're knocking on the inside of my mind. Ruiz stepped closer. Then pushed them out. I can't, Marcus whispered. The DNA is answering them. It's opening doors I don't understand. Suddenly, the screens flashed white. Then images began to appear. Not recorded images. Memories. Millions of them. Battles in alien skies. Ships larger than continents. Beings who looked almost human but moved like light itself. Worlds shaped into perfect spheres. Stars bent into spirals. Stone cities floating above oceans of fire. Marcus staggered back as the visions hit him like waves. Ruiz grabbed his arm, but he barely felt her. The alien leader shouted, cut the visual feed. He is not watching memories, he is absorbing them. Technicians scrambled, unplugging cables and slamming switches. The screens went dark again, but the visions didn't stop. They now lived behind Marcus's eyes. He gasped. They're showing me. Their history. Ruiz kept her voice steady, even as fear crept into her tone. Marcus, look at me. Stay here. Stay in the present. But he couldn't. He saw civilizations rise and fall. He saw the old species command fleets with only a thought. He saw them reshape planets with a single word. He saw them fight an enemy made of shadow and flame. And he saw them lose. Not from weakness. From arrogance. We were gods, Marcus whispered, not realizing he was speaking in the same ancient double tone again. And we burned everything trying to stay on top. Ambassador Hale, Ruiz said firmly, snap out of it. He shook his head violently, trying to ground himself, trying to stay Marcus and not whatever the memories wanted him to become. Then the alien fleet outside moved. Every ship turned upward, away from Earth. Not by choice. In obedience. Obedience to Marcus's presence. The alien leader went pale. They are preparing to receive the old masters. They are positioning themselves as if welcoming a returning ruler. Human. You must stop broadcasting that signal. Marcus stared up, horrified. I'm not doing this on purpose. Suddenly, a deep alarm blared, a sound none of them had heard before. The atmospheric sensors screamed warnings across the screens. General, something is coming out of hyperspace. A technician shouted. Something massive. How massive? Ruiz demanded. The technician's voice shook. Bigger than the flagship. Bigger than all their ships combined. The alien leader whispered, no. No, no, no. A tear rolled down its face. It is one of their arcs. Marcus stepped forward, barely able to breathe. What's an arc? The alien wiped the tear angrily. A birthplace. A fortress. A world ship. It carries tens of thousands of their kind in stasis. Marcus felt his heart drop. They're waking up, he whispered. The room shook violently as a tear in space cracked open above the earth. Blue light poured out like a flood. A shape emerged, too large to comprehend, too ancient to ignore. Ruiz whispered, "Marcus. What do we do?" Marcus stared, trembling. "I think. They're coming for me." The sky tore open like fabric. Blue light spilled across the clouds, turning day into something strange, something older than sunlight. The gigantic ark slid out of the rift with a slow, heavy grace. It was not shaped like any ship humans had seen. It looked more like a floating continent, built from stone and metal fused together as if grown, not constructed. Towers rose from its surface. Glowing rivers ran along its hull. Giant rings rotated around it like halos. And it was coming toward Earth. People across the world watched it on every screen. Children cried. Soldiers froze. Scientists forgot how to breathe. Even in the command center, where fear usually turned into plans, nobody moved. Marcus did not move either. His glowing eyes locked onto the ark as if something inside him recognized it. His heartbeat changed. Slower. Deeper. Not human. General Ruiz placed both hands on his shoulders. "Marcus. Stay here. Stay present. Look at me." He blinked, but his mind was being pulled somewhere else, toward that immense shape in the sky. The alien leader appeared again, its hologram shaking with fear. "Human. You must listen. If they take you, it will not end with you. The old species never ruled alone. They had servants, soldiers, machines that obeyed them without limit. If they wake fully, the galaxy will face another age of domination." Marcus whispered, "I don't want to wake them." "And yet you are," the alien said, voice trembling. "You carry their signal. You are their beacon." Marcus grabbed the side of his head as pain stabbed behind his eyes. "I didn't ask for this." "No one asks for fate," the alien replied softly. "But fate has a way of finding its host." The arc glowed brighter. A beam of soft blue light extended downward, not as a weapon, but as a bridge, an invitation. Or a claim. Everyone in the command center backed away, except Ruiz. She pulled Marcus toward her, grounding him with her presence. "Ambassador Hale," she said firmly, "you are still human. You volunteered to protect humanity. That is who you are." Marcus breathed hard. "I don't know if I'm enough. I can feel them. They're mines. Thousands of them. Like storms waiting to break." Ruiz tightened her grip. "Then anchor yourself to us. To Earth. To what you love." He closed his eyes, searching for something human inside himself. Something constant. He saw his sister's face. His childhood home. The sky he grew up under. The people he had sworn to defend. "Yes," he whispered. "I'm still here." The ark sent another pulse of light. The alien fleet responded, shifting formation like soldiers saluting a king. Marcus stepped forward, away from Ruiz. "I have to speak to them." "No." Ruiz grabbed him again. "You don't owe them anything." "I'm not doing it for them," Marcus said quietly. "I'm doing it for us. Because if I don't talk to them, they might destroy everything to reach me." Ruiz stared at him for a long moment. Then she let go. But her voice trembled. "Marcus. Don't let them take you." He gave her a soft smile, the most human smile he had left. "I won't." He turned toward the ark and spoke, not with the strange ancient voice, but with his human one. "Stop." The alien fleet froze. The ark paused. The light dimmed slightly. Marcus took a breath and shouted louder. "I am not your ruler. Not your heir. Not your return." The ark hummed, low and powerful, like it was listening. Marcus's eyes glowed again, but the glow flickered between blue and human brown, fighting for control. "I carry your DNA, yes," he said. "But I am human. I choose humanity. You will not invade this world. You will not reclaim it. You will not hurt my people." The ark pulsed with a deep, questioning light. Marcus continued, "If I am your beacon, then hear me now, stand down." A long silence followed. Then something remarkable happened. The arc shifted from aggressive blue to a soft white glow. The rings slowed their spinning. The alien fleet's blue lights faded. The alien leader stared in disbelief. They are obeying you?" Marcus shook his head. "No. They're recognizing that I'm not one of them. I'm something new. Something between." Ruiz stepped beside him. "So what happens now?" Marcus felt the ancient connection slowly fade, like a door closing. "They know I'm not their master. And they don't want to force me." The old species valued strength. But they valued choice even more. The ark released one final pulse of white light. A message. A farewell. A warning. Then it turned. Slowly, impossibly, the ancient world ship drifted back toward the rift. The alien fleet followed it, no longer in tight formation but in quiet procession, like soldiers marching behind a fallen banner. The rift opened again. One by one, the ships disappeared. The Ark was the last to leave. It paused on the edge of the tier and sent a single soft pulse toward Earth. Then it vanished. The rift closed. The sky returned to normal. Silence fell across the world. General Ruiz let out a long breath she had been holding for too long. Marcus. You did it. He didn't look victorious. He looked tired. Exhausted in a way no human had ever felt. They'll be back someday, he said. Not as conquerors. But as watchers. They'll want to see what humanity becomes. Ruiz nodded. Then we'll show them. Marcus looked up at the empty sky. And next time, he said softly, we'll be ready.